Hello, deal makers. So in this video, I'll be talking about Etsy. Etsy is an e-commerce company, and we'll be analyzing the company, what it does, what's its performance, and what can we expect from it in the future. Then we'll make a decision: is this a good buy or not? Is this a good addition to your portfolio or not? So this is Ron Kagape. Let's dive in. So our main question is Etsy a good stock to buy? And if this is a topic that you'd like to cover, you'd like to know more about, please hit the like button for the YouTube algorithm. And let's look at Etsy's business model. What is Etsy? What does it do? Especially if you're not familiar, with Etsy. So Etsy is an online retailer. So it's an e-commerce site that lets unique creative individuals do business together. So whether you are a seller, you're a creative person that likes to produce things, and you are a creative buyer as well, someone with creative tastes. You like things that are handmade, you like things that are unique, you like things that have good value because of its age. It's vintage. There are people like that. They like vintage collections. Then Etsy is the site for you. Let's look at their website just to get a better feel for what Etsy offers. So in Etsy, there are a lot of things that you can buy. A big thing uh, that is being pushed by Etsy right now is personalized gifts. So we're going to learn more about that. So they offer, jewelry. Oh, it's nearing Valentine's Day, so that's why this is the promotion here right now. If you want to make someone feel special or loved, right? So there are a lot of gift options for Valentine's Day. Necklaces, what's this? Greeting cards, leather accessories, custom portraits and prints, and even engagement rings. Yeah, it's a good time to buy, an engagement ring. Clothing, you can buy unique clothes, furniture for weddings and parties, unique toys, art, art and collectibles. That is a big thing here in Etsy. Craft also, for people that like to work with their hands. Uh, you can buy the supplies, so that's really cool. And some vintage stuff. Etsy is very, very popular, for unique things. And in a survey last year, 88% of their buyers, if you remember, said that they were able to buy things that they did not find anywhere else. So it's that uniqueness that sets Etsy apart. So that's why they have their own unique niche. So Etsy is essentially an online marketplace for creative buyers and sellers, people that like unique things, artistic things. What is the industry size? How big is this market? Well, Etsy has six core geographic markets, the United States, United Kingdom, Canada, Germany, Australia, and France. Although they sell worldwide, as you saw earlier, they are able to customize or personalize the experience wherever you are located. Um, if you're in the Philippines, you can definitely sell in Etsy. But these are their six core geographic markets or biggest markets. The estimated total size of the market is 1.7 trillion dollars. Now you saw that they cover a lot of things like jewelry, furniture, clothing, um, but this is for their specific market. So this is not for the entire, no, not for the entire market, but just for the unique creative uh, market size. And this is a 249 billion market by 2023. They estimate that it's going to be a 2 trillion market on the six geographic markets that they targeted: US, UK, Canada, etc. And the gross merchandise sales for the past 12 months, as of their last 10K or 10Q report, Etsy reports 6.1 billion in sales. So they still have No, they still have a lot of market share, to grab. So there's a big opportunity for Etsy ahead. What I like about Etsy is their numbers are doing real well. They are really a solid growth company. They have solid growth numbers. Their gross merchandise volumes or merchandise sales has grown 117% year on year based on the last quarter. Their revenues have grown 128% at 451 million, and their adjusted margin is at 34%. So this is a high margin business. So Etsy doesn't actually buy the things that are being sold on their website. So they're just a facilitator. Right? So this is unlike Stitch Fix that they actually buy the clothes and they resell it. Okay. So all time, Etsy has had 138 million total buyers, but they've made a concerted effort, to increase new buyers and reactivate, their previous buyers. So they have a very good base of total all-time buyers. They've been able to reactivate, or they have half of them are active buyers, or they've made a purchase in the past year. So that's 69 million. They've been able to increase that at 56% year over year. And they have new buyers or reactivated buyers, 112% year on year. So these are very, very good numbers. They're increasing their active user base, which is good news, right? And their numbers in terms of gross merchandise sales growth is greater than the benchmark, the e-commerce benchmark. So a big portion of their growth last year was face masks, right? And that contribution has been going down. Although I think, for because President Biden just announced a campaign in the U.S. where you need to wear masks for the next 100 days. So I believe that this is going to probably be steady. It probably won't be increasing because those who have bought masks before will probably not buy new masks anymore. Uh, what's being sold here are the reusable masks, not the surgical masks. So I do think this will probably plateau uh, or not decrease as fast as it was decreasing, in the past year. Okay, but what they have actually done is for the rest, for the non-mask items, Etsy has done a great job in increasing their gross merchandise sales, right? And you'll know why later. So they've had tremendous growth in their traditional top categories. So 126% growth in home furnishings, 61% growth in jewelry, 114% growth in craft supplies, 59% growth in apparel, 37% in paper and party supplies, and 164% growth in beauty and personal care. So beauty and personal care is now a big contributor, right? Because of that 164% growth. So, but overall, across these top six categories, they've had amazing growth. Okay. So the numbers of Etsy has shown that it is. And the cool thing here is for each of these categories, they exclude face mask sales. So really, really awesome numbers, 92% year on year growth for these six categories. And they've been able to do that, because they've made investments. They've ramped up investments in different areas of their operation. So like search personalization. Now, I guess this is a big reason why they were able to activate, their inactive buyers, or they're able to capture new buyers because of the personalized recommendations. And um, they've also made a concerted effort on highlighting gifting, right? So they want to make Etsy the go-to destination for holiday gifts, and they've done that by, making highly or they've done that by they've done that by pushing the Etsy brand on their advertising, and very they're doing a very concerted effort in deepening the emotional connection to Etsy. And I agree with the strategy because gifting is very personal. You have to make it very emotional. So it's not a price thing. If you want to sell merchandise, at a higher price point, then it has to have a deep emotional connection. Right? They also leaned into TV, as part of their marketing campaign. Very, very creative in driving purchases. Okay? Very, very creative in driving purchases. Now, they've also um, done influencer marketing. So they've ramped up their marketing investments when it comes to uh, working with various influencers. They have invested across different channels, uh, utilized new approaches, broadened their reach to international markets, and connected to new audiences. And they're leveraging their CRM. This is why they're able to reactivate old buyers. Right? Or if you notice earlier, they have a huge untapped they have a huge untapped existing user base, and they're using their CRM, to activate that. And interesting that the influencer collections were popular among new buyers. So very, very good approach in marketing, in tapping influencers, to get new buyers. Right? And they've also been expanding by buying companies, and this is one of their newest acquisitions, Reverb. The Reverb has performed well. They added 205 million in their gross merchandise sales. Reverb specializes in vintage it's musical instruments. All right. So Etsy has been expanding, not just organically, but also through acquisition. Right? Smart acquisition. So again, these were the numbers. Solid, very, very solid um, year-on-year growth. And I do believe that this was also influenced by the pandemic, and because post-pandemic, we will no longer uh, go veer away from that. This is actually something that is a habit already that has been developed. Digital commerce will definitely be a go-to, uh, probably the primary go-to behavior of the market moving forward. Some other key revenue drivers, marketplace revenue. Okay, so the revenue has actually gone up 141% because of transaction revenue and uh, Etsy payments, continued expansion of Etsy payments. So Etsy doesn't just make money from the listing. So there is a listing fee whenever you sell something. There's very, very small listing fee, and there is a transaction fee. Etsy gets a share of the transaction fees. They also charge for payment processing, and they charge for services. And services is covers advertising. So Etsy ads has grown 100%, 106% year on year. Services has grown 95% year on year. And they have other services such as Pattern, which is the web standalone website builder. So if you are an Etsy seller, you can actually create your own store that is linked to your Etsy store. So if you like the information that you have seen so far, smash the like button if you like that. But of course, there are risks that Etsy faces. So gifting is very seasonal. So there may be quarters or months. So like first quarter, it's all about Valentine's season. Last quarter, it's all about the holiday season. So there could be a seasonality, but at least it's predictable. There will always be Valentine's Day. There will always be Christmas. So even though it's seasonal, it's something that we can expect. And there could be a change in consumer habits and preferences. Like probably people will get tired in giving unique gifts. But from that perspective, I would actually expect that people would gravitate towards being more creative rather than moving away from creativity. It's not really a risk that people that I expect people to face. In fact, in terms of e-commerce, it's quite possible that people would actually gravitate towards Etsy rather than away from it, which is actually shown by the growth, right? But competition is also something that Etsy can expect, especially with the rise of Shopify. You know, uh, their sellers could probably become more successful in Shopify, although they have Pattern, which is a response to Shopify. If sellers gain more success in their Shopify stores, then they may elect to close down their Etsy stores. But knowing sellers, they're more likely to retain both rather than give up one or the other. The ones that are going to give up a service are most likely to be the ones that are struggling in their business. If you are successful, you are more likely to retain multiple online stores rather than keep one store. Now, this is actually one of the headwinds that Etsy has to compete with. Now, Amazon has launched their handmade category. So they're also competing, Amazon is competing directly with Etsy. But the numbers, looking at the numbers, 100% growth in more than 100% growth in revenue, in sales, in services, and continued growth of more than 50% growth in new users. So I would think that right now Etsy is not suffering from the Amazon challenge, but this is a real, very real challenge in the future. So with these, now is Etsy a good stock to buy? Well, I would say that yes, Etsy is a good stock to buy, but don't just take my word for it. 11 analysts also say that Etsy is a good buy. Only one says it's a hold, and one says it's a sell. So there is a strong buy rating. So let's look at what Etoro says about Etsy. So Etsy is now at 212. So it is above the consensus price, the average consensus price of 179.85. So if you're if you're not comfortable buying above the consensus analyst consensus price, then you may just want to the watch Etsy. Right now, the highest recommendation is 235 as that was from Darren Aftahi of Roth Capital. That is a very recent recommendation, and I would be looking closely at what other analysts say about Etsy. Hedge funds have slightly decreased their positions in Etsy, so they've been decreasing their positions from the past few years. Probably they've already gotten their returns. But personally, I think Etsy is still a strong growth stock. Okay. All right, so there are some hedge funds that have still added to their positions. All right, and insiders, well, have sold more than 35 million shares, probably capitalizing on the growth of the stock. But these are more of uninformative sells. Uh, you know, insiders that are paid by stock options will definitely sell their options if they want to. So this is the advantage of buying Etsy through eToro. You get this research available from you, and if you open an account in eToro, you get $50 free money that you can use to buy Etsy. So just by opening an account and then buying your first few trades, you'll get a $50 bonus when you use the link below. So you have to use the link below because if you go directly to eToro, you won't get the $50 bonus. All right, so again, is Etsy a good stock to buy? Yes, for me, it is a very good growth stock for the long term. I do expect Etsy, to continue to expand and grow in the near future. And I highly recommend Etsy as a buy. If you like that information, if you like that video, please make sure to smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm. This helps me grow my watch hours. So if you'd like to help me, please smash the like button as well. And these are the next stocks that we will be talking about. We'll be talking about Apple, Shopify, and Tesla. In the next few stocks, I'll be doing deep dives on each of these stocks in the next coming days. All right. And if you want more recommendations, get my top 21 stocks for 2021. Etsy is definitely one of those top 20 stocks, top 21 stocks. Get to know the 20 other stocks by checking out the link below. This has been Ron Kagape. Please make sure to please make sure to like this video and subscribe if you are not yet subscribed. I hope you enjoy this video, and I hope that you're able to find great deals. So make sure that you continue making deals, and I hope that all your deals push through.